Hello, how are you doing? I sure hope the Lord has kept you well. I would love to welcome you to my YouTube channel. And if you are one of those individuals that have not yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share my channel with other friends that are interested in conversations that are aimed at, helping us grow together, because I am also on a journey and I would love to bring you along as I share the things that have worked for me and the things that the Lord has taught me, so that we can grow together as a unit in the body of Christ. Now, today's conversation is one that is quite interesting, and I know that I might shake some tables in here. This conversation is quite dear to my heart because I have had an opportunity to experience both worlds. I have been a stay-at-home wife, and then I've also been a working woman. In my earlier days, while I was still at campus, God exposed me to, to things that were in line with marriage, homemaking and what have you. When you have a calling, there is a way God draws you to those places quite early. Those were the things that quite interested me. I loved sermons on marriage. All my books were about marriage, and true to form, God was preparing me for something quite interesting and very big. And as we move on, more and more will be revealed. So I got an opportunity to read. Before I even got married, I was already digging out these homemakers. Now on the internet, here on YouTube, you'll find the trad wife, because maybe that is what is popular in the Western culture. And then I think the trad wife is the one who is from the 80s. You can correct me in the comment section. And then we have also, now for the Christians, it is more of, the homemaker. So what she does is she stays at home, takes care of her home, looks good, takes care of her children, makes sure they have very good meals, which is a very good thing. I really admire all of that, and I still do it in my home to present them. And then we also have the career woman whose priorities are not only family. She also has another item on her list that is actually quite important, and that is her work. So I would love for us to tackle this issue bit by bit. I want to share my insights, and this is going to be a very conversational video. I really hope to get your engagements in the comment section down below, so that we try to understand this more and more. Let us get into the video right about now. Now, this video is not aimed at comparing the two and making it seem like, one is better than the other. No, I am just here to share a few ideas on both of the two, so that the housewife, or rather the homemaker, and the career woman can find the balance, so that they can live in harmony in their homes, in whatsoever decision they have chosen to take. Now, this is what I want to say to women that have chosen to go the path of career. Firstly, it is okay. It is okay, it is fine. It shouldn't be something that you feel guilty about, that because I am in career, then I am missing out on being a wife or a mother, or I am not doing well enough as a wife or a mother. The challenge comes in when you do not know or have the wisdom on how to juggle the two. You have to now realize that your priorities are many. So now you have to learn how to balance everything, so that you do not feel you are not found wanting in one of the areas that are also important, because what will it profit you to go out there and you're making money, but your children are dying on drugs? You do not know that your children in the home are being molested by the very people that you're placed in your home to help you. You see all of that, and then your kids are eating unhealthy meals. You do not monitor what they are eating. You do not monitor their prayer lives and what have you. All of that makes it a bit hard for the career woman, because you have not yet firstly understood what you have entered. When you say I do to being a wife and then being a mother, it means that you have said I do to stewardship of your home, stewardship of your husband, stewardship of yourself as an individual, stewardship of your children. That at the end of the day, you're going to give account for each of these things that the Lord has entrusted you with. So it is high time that wisdom be applied. Now, also, there is a place where careers are seasonal. Careers are seasonal. Maybe you have just started off in marriage and you have a goal on what you would want to achieve for your marriage, and it requires that the both of you work together so that you achieve these things quicker. Kudos. That is very good. I recommend that for such a working wife, a timeline be put to this and put in place actionable goals that are going to help you achieve this quicker. So now I want to really dwell on the place of wisdom for the working wife. I want to dwell on the place of wisdom because I've realized, the Bible says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. At times, the things that are happening or going wrong in your home are happening not because the devil is attacking your marriage, but you just do not have wisdom. For example, you know for sure that you are going to be away the whole day. And then when you come back home, you just sit down and start scrolling your phone. You do not care to know what the kids are eating. You don't care to put your kids to sleep. You have not put in place systems that are going to make sure you are involved in your children's lives. Even your leave days are not planned for. You have to plan your leave days. I would recommend that if you are a working wife, you should have a personal calendar that entails all the important days for your children, that entails maybe they have a career day at school, all those important things where they need your presence. You are their mother, you are a nurturer, you are needed in their lives. Even when it comes to your husband, things like date nights, these things might not come quite as easy for people who are, who have a lot to think about in the career world. You have to balance books, accounts, and what have you. They might not come easy for you, but there is a place where you use wisdom and know that I am going to be intentional to make the impact that I need to make. It is only then that it will be possible and doable. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You have agreed with your partner that now you're going into the career world. It is very fine. It is okay. But all I'm saying, can we apply wisdom? Can we apply intentionality? You plan your day. You plan your day. Now, this is something that even the stay-at-home wives should do. Plan your day and know that if my children are getting out to go to school at 8, that means I would have maybe to wake up a little bit earlier so that I am involved in their process to a certain degree. Do not just leave everything to the maids. They're the ones who know what your child is eating. They're the ones who decide what time they go to bed. They decide what time they wake up. They decide what they are going to wear. They decide everything for you. Now, that is where the career woman has gotten it wrong. She has not drawn the balance. When she delegates, she is letting go. No, delegation does not mean that you have let go of your responsibilities. Now, you are, because you have a very good nanny, she will take control of everything. No, it means that you still have a certain part of control, that you have someone that is helping you out the task, but you are looking over, you are overlooking to make sure that everything is done to the detail of what you want. The values in your home, are they the values that you have implemented, or are they the values that your nanny has carried from wherever she came from and is now instilling in your children? You need to be felt. You need to be felt in your home, because very many people currently, I've met people who do not want to have house helps simply because their parents left them to the mercy of the house helps. The house helps did everything, and at times they were being abused by these very people. So you need to weigh your priorities quite well. You have to know that you have a weighty priority, that is your work, but then you also have one that is even weightier. And then the other thing that I have realized is at times we do not know how to be present in the moment. When you are at work, you are home. When you are home, you are at work. You carry your work and then you bring it home. And then you carry your home issues, you take them to work. That is a lack of wisdom. You need to know when to apply yourself fully to another thing and when you are needed fully elsewhere. When you are home, I watched a video on Lisa Kusima's YouTube channel. I love that lady so much. She had hosted a lady who was talking about how she has been juggling her career life and her children, and she says she leaves her cell phone at work, comes home most of the times without a cell phone. Those people that are looking for her will call her on a smaller phone that is not a smartphone that is going to take away her attention. Now, that is a woman that is being intentional, because she knows very many things need my attention, but this is also quite important. So I need you to understand what you have entered. Remember, my aim for this video is not to make you feel like you are doing a bad job or that one is better than the other. My aim for this video is to point out a few issues that we could apply to ensure that, we are doing the very best in whatsoever field the Lord has called us, to make sure that there are no gaps, especially in the places where we are pivotal, where we are badly needed. My plea to the career woman is to use a lot of intentionality when juggling everything that requires your attention. Be intentional, be where you're supposed to be, plan your time, do not waste your time, because your time is a very important asset. You have not been with your children, you have not been with your husband for the whole day, and now you have an opportunity to go back home. Be present at home, do things like menus, do things like meal planning, batch shop for your family so that you're in control of what they are eating. It's not your maid that is, you're waking up in the morning, oh banai, just cook whatsoever is there, and for you, don't you know the nutritional benefits that your 4-year-old needs? So shop accordingly, plan dates with your children, plan dates with your husband. Do a lot of planning, use your time wisely, and you will also not fill that gap. The reason why some of you are in the career world and you are still dancing around is because you have not done what you are supposed to do. You are not intentional with your time, so you feel like your children are missing out. The other thing that I would love to mention for the career woman is there has to come a place where you are not at the mercy of your career. That is the honest truth, because if you are going to be at the mercy of your career for 30 years, for 40 years, for 50 years, then it just doesn't make sense. There has to come a place where you have grown in the ranks and you are a master of your time, you are a master of your money, you are a master, there are certain things that you can easily say no to, and that means that you have to have a plan in the career world. Does it need for you to get educated some more? Does it need for you to work a little bit longer? Does it need for you to maybe work a little bit harder? Apply yourself to the things that are going to give you those promotions, those increments that you need, because the challenge is when you have spread yourself like this and you are not giving your best at all these levels, you end up not even achieving what you had intended to achieve. So you are in the career world, you chose to work, but you are just working for the sake, just for the money. You're not developing yourself. You have no plan for you to outgrow it, because now it is very funny if you have been married for 50 years, you've been married for 40 years and you are still a slave. There has to come a place that maybe you are now going to go out and create your own company. What about someone that has been in the career world is that when they come out to implement, they're going to go big, they're going to implement big because they have been exposed, they know what is done. They'll not just come down to a boutique and what have you that is going to be managed like a kiosk. They're going to go big. So have a plan, have a goal for yourself career-wise. There has to be a point where you exit. You will have to exit at a certain point, and your exit might not be necessarily saying I'm not going to work again. No, your exit might be I have been promoted and now I am not at the place of a clerk or an intern where I need to prove my place. I have been proven long enough, and maybe I can even just work at home, or I just pass by to supervise. All of those are things that the career wife should look at, because you need to get that freedom. You need it so that you are also felt in these other areas of your life. Now, the other person that I would love to talk to is the homemaker. The homemaker, I have a lot to say about my homemakers, because a lot goes into play, and I really want to appreciate these women, because some of them have put on hold very important things because they felt that the Lord has called them to a place where they are fully dedicated to their families, to their children, and what have you. So I want to applaud you, and I want to say that your sacrifices do not go unnoticed. The good thing about being a homemaker is you have a certain form of ease with your life, because you are not at pressure for anything. The time you wake up is not pressured. If your children are not even going to school, you are at liberty to sleep in for up to whatever time you want to. You have enough time to relax and rest, look good, look pretty. There is a lot of work that goes in there, but I feel like it's more easy because you You are working at your pace. You are working at your pace, that no one is going to hold you at gunpoint when you do not wake up at 6 because you have to be in the office at 8. No one is holding you at gunpoint. You can wake up at 6 or wake up at 7 or 8 or whatever extremes that you choose to go for. So it is in a way a very good place. When it comes to the homemaker, I would love to address quite a number of issues. And the very first issue that I would love to address is being a stay-at-home wife doesn't mean you kill your ambitions. It doesn't mean kill your ambitions, just be there up to nothing, make babies and what have you, and that is it. Now, I told you earlier that I watched a lot of these homemakers on the internet, and very many things kept on ringing in my mind, because they'll tell you, I do not work, we are one income household, but they are on YouTube and they are making money on YouTube also. And also, the Lord has placed certain things in their heart and they are sharing with you their ambitions. So in a way, they are impacting your life. They are teaching you something. So for you, you are just seated at home, up to nothing, doing nothing, just consuming, and there is no urge in you to go out and even teach other women. There is no urge in you to go out and do something big in the world because someone said we are a stay-at-home wife, we like easy life and simple life, or we prefer our children. I'm not quite necessarily saying that being a homemaker is easier than the other. Remember, this video is not for comparison's sake. I am just sharing different ideas on both sides that are going to help us juggle that too, okay? So, when it comes to the homemaker, you need to understand that your dreams are still valid. Your dreams are still valid. And then the other thing is, the financial struggle that I have seen when it comes to this area is alarming. It makes you question if really it is a good idea. Because you know what is very funny is the fact that you are seeing these homemaker influencers who have very beautiful homes, and there is a link in their bio for you to buy that television set, for you to buy that refrigerator, for you to buy, something as simple as a storage container or something as simple as a spoon. There is a link for you to buy each of those things, and you cannot afford them, but you aspire to be like them. Do you see the irony right there? Do you see the irony right there? So they are making money and you are seated at home imagining that this is the way to go, but the link is in my bio. Find it on my Amazon storefront. Guys, we need to shine our eyes. We need to wake up, homemakers. We need to wake up. So you need to understand that there might be some form of financial struggle and there is a way out. You do not have to be in a place where I cannot do anything. I believe that even a stay-at-home wife can do something from home, because I have done business from home. I have a business that sells these things that I am actually wearing right now. And I have done this business in every season of my life. I've done it since my Form 6 vacation. I've done it while I was at campus. I have done it while I was in the workplace. I've done it while I was at home. And I'm taking pictures and posting on the internet and, selling these things. And it gave me a certain form of financial freedom that I did not have to depend on my husband for anything. Not that for everything. Not that my husband was complaining. No, but the more I watched these women, I felt that there was something that was unsettling with me, because I started to feel like I was meant for so much more. I started to, have desires that were bubbling in me as far as business is concerned, as far as my calling is concerned. And I'm like, but I'm a stay-at-home wife. Oh, I want to be a stay-at-home woman. These things did not go hand in hand, and I realized this even before I got married. So by the time I got into marriage, my mind was work. Yes, I do not have to be in the career world where my time is all taken up, because I'm not necessarily, in the place of the career world where I am employed, but I am in a place of business that is quite serious, and its structure and can be developed into something that gives careers to other people. So even I have to be well versed in the career section of that other business that I am involved in besides this clothing. I want to admonish homemakers, you can still do something. You have an oven, you can bake cakes and sell them. The challenge I have is the need is so much, and we are in a place where, you are married a young man who is also still figuring himself out financially, and now the strain is too much on him. You can barely afford food, you can barely do all of these things that you should do, and yet if you are bringing in, even if it is just 10,000, even if it's just 20,000 on a daily, it is going to make a difference for you. It is going to reduce on the pressure, because you're able to buy the diapers that your child needs before the man comes through. The child doesn't have to pee on himself until the dad has come through. Okay, so I really want to call upon my homemakers that please, let your ambitions stay. Let your ambitions stay. Be inspired by women that are doing things, and actually grow the muscle to get up, go out there and do something. Even in the comfort of your home, you do not have to leave. You do not have to leave, stay in your home, take care of your children, take care of your home and what have you, but still do the things that you need to do. But still, you can generate some source of income. And then the other thing is, please, homemakers, try and grow your intellectual muscle. Try and grow your intellectual muscle. Just because you're a stay-at-home wife doesn't mean that is how you're going to be all the days of your life. Times might come, and maybe an opportunity comes, and maybe you want to change your mind. But all this while, you have not been alive intellectually. You're not reading anything, you're not exposing yourself, so that makes you a little bit daft, or it reduces on your confidence when it comes out to to getting a hold of these opportunities. So I want to encourage you, read, find out what's happening in the news, get a topic of interest, maybe read about science. I have books on nutrition, I have books on childbirth, I have books on writing, I have books on literature, I have books on leadership. I have books on very many things, and all of these things are aimed at helping me grow. And in all the times, even when I was at home and I wasn't employed anywhere, still I was reading, I was working, I kept myself active. The biggest issue is for you to be dormant, and then you reach a place where now you want to step out into the world, but you are not relevant to the world. I said I might shake some tables, but it is for our good. Okay, so keep yourself exposed. Now, the other important issue that I would love to address when it comes to the homemakers, at times the excellence is not up there, because you meet a woman who is working as a career woman, and then they have a family, but their homes are well kept. If she is the woman that is implementing the things that I have already stated before, and you could let me know in the comments if you would love for me to make videos on how, to structure your life, structure your home, planning, menus, and what have you. I do a lot of that for myself. I have done it for a long time, and it has given me a certain level of freedom and order in my life. So if you are interested in that, you can let me know in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to record a video on that. And at this moment, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell also, so that you are reminded every single time I upload a new video. Now, I was addressing the issue of excellence. My homemakers, at times, you are a stay-at-home wife, but your home doesn't look like you stay there. Your meals don't look like you have that time to make them. And yet we have these women who are going out there to work, and some of them do not even have nannies. Yes, they do not have nannies. They're going out there to work, but their homes are well kept, their children are well taken care of, and their meals are excellent. Their homes look beautiful. You see, really, you make the whole thing lose meaning. I swear, you make the whole thing lose meaning, because if you have chosen to be a stay-at-home wife, let your home show the excellence. Let the home show that you actually stay there. Don't tell us you are a stay-at-home wife and you have dirty diapers all over the place. What are you doing? What are you doing? To the extent that even the women that are career women do not have that excuse. Please remember, this is not, I'm not trying to draw a comparison. I'm just trying to address a few issues so that we fill all the gaps in whatsoever decisions that we have chosen to take. Okay, so make sure your home is nice, it is smelling good. Even you yourself, you are a stay-at-home wife, but you look like a mess, yet the whole day you are home. You have not showered from morning till evening. Your hair is still in a bonnet, and your husband comes back to that. Really, why is he going outside there to work? And for you, you're at home to give him no food when he comes back, or to make him eat fries from the roadside, yet he bought food and put it in the house. And your kids are dirty. Your kids are, they do not have any structure to themselves. Their homework is not yet done. Bambi, wise, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. If you say that you are a stay-at-home wife, do it so excellently that the career woman would have something to learn from you. But some of you, the career women cannot learn anything from you. They cannot learn anything from you, apart from you borrowing from them money. Clap for me. Clap for me, please. Clap for me. You see that? You see that? So you need to create a certain form of relevance so that even the career woman covets you. There is something that she can learn from you, so that you have a certain form of relevance for those girls that are not yet married. So that's when you sit down to tell them, for me, I chose to be a stay-at-home wife. I chose to be a homemaker. And this is the reason. The Bible says that wives be keepers at home. And you have evidence to show for it. Your children are excelling in school. Your home is nicely kept. Your meals are very excellent. When we enter your home, we just feel like there is a mommy here. Teach us, mama. Mama, teach us. Your home, Your home is speaking. The way you look at church is speaking. Mama, speak. Teach us. All right? But some of you, there is nothing. Being a stay-at-home wife has not benefited you at all. Please get up and go to the career world. Maybe it will force you to put some structure in your life, okay? So I want to admonish the stay-at-home wife. Please let excellence be your nature. Excellence from head to toe. From head to toe. These are the things that my mother taught me. These are the things that the gospel has taught me. And I believe that we need such homemakers out there. The other thing that I would love to address when it comes to the stay-at-home woman is you need to apply financial wisdom in your life, because at times the money that is coming through might not be enough. You chose, you made that decision. Your husband, maybe you are a young couple, your husband is earning 300,000 a month. Your house costs 300,000. At times some of these things are unrealistic. I want to be quite honest with you. Your husband is earning 300,000. You have chosen that you're going to be a stay-at-home wife who is not even doing any income-generating business outside. It's only 300,000. Your house probably costs 300,000 or maybe 500,000. And your meals together, it's not the same as when you are alone. Your meals together cost I don't know how much. And then you have electricity bills, you have gas bills, and then maybe, oh God, I don't want to mention everything. And then maybe your hospital bills, you have given birth, your hospital bills are maybe 1,000,000 shillings or maybe 300. I don't know, depending on where you give birth from, or 500,000, whatever the case is. And then you have maybe a first child or 2 children. You see, there is a way you just continue to live in a deficit. At times, the financial struggle is not even necessary. It is not necessary. You do not have to go out there and work like all the other women if you do not want to, but you can still do something. And some of you do not even know how to encourage your husbands to do bigger. You just want to milk them, and tell them, oh, we don't have this, oh, my hair, oh, my nails, oh, and what have you. And yet you do not even know how to start greatness out of your man. Hey, homemakers, I need a special video for you. If you have chosen to stay at home, your husband should benefit. He should actually make more money because you are at home. Because you are taking off certain stresses from him. When he comes back, he just meets a wife that just makes him feel like, you know what? I need to make more money. I need to make more money. Then some of you, your husbands come back and the home is dirty, the kids are crying. He has come back late, the kids have not yet even gone to bed. He didn't make any money on that day. Hey, you need to pull up your stockings. You need to pull up your stockings. So back to the issue of financial wisdom. You need to learn how to manage what you have. Because now, for me, my experience with money has been that I have come to learn that it is not about how much you have, how little you have. It is about how well you manage and allocate what you have. You need to learn how to use it well. You need to learn how to use it well, and you will see that you will, live a life that is quite easier. Things will come a bit easier. You will not strive like all the others. This video is not meant to be a comparison, but it's supposed to share a few insights here and there, so that we reach a certain form of balance. Now, if this video has been a blessing to you, I want to thank you for watching to the very end. God bless you, and I would love to see you in my next video. Bye bye.